Game shop, just thinking I may do some trading for some store credit, or possibly sell some games so I can buy something else online, possibly eBay, just depending. And I figure I'll take in some of my games that aren't in the greatest of condition and to see how much I can get for them. Especially seeing the fact that this particular retro game slash used game store does not consider condition or loose or anything like that games into their values. It's just whatever the game is, they just have a set value for it. Anyway, I take up 24 games, all 24, and the Game Genie up to the store. Just wanted to check out, see how much I'd get for them, either store credit or cash. And anyway, the lady, when I got there, was very unprofessional. She was in the middle of a phone conversation pretty much the whole time, and I was asking her specific questions, and she was acting like she really didn't want to answer them. Either way, that kind of just put me off from the get-go. And the final offer for all of these games, and like I said, I know these are older Nintendo 64 and SNES titles, but this store makes a lot of money off of their used games because, I mean, it's not like GameStop has these. So there's a market for these retro games, obviously, especially if you look at the prices online. Anyway, these games right here, this one's roughly worth about $5, and that's what they sell it for. This one's roughly around, I think, 8 to 10, and this one's roughly going for around 10 to 12, I think. Anyway, those are the more valuable games, even this one too. The only reason I wouldn't keep this is because it has initials right there. In my N64 collection, I want clean labels, clean backs, and I don't collect Player's Choice version of any Nintendo 64 or Super Nintendo game. But that's a little bit off the subject. Either way, regardless of condition, these games are worth quite a bit, worth more than what I was being offered for them. Anyway, 24 games. They offered me $29 cash for all of this. And I know these sports games aren't worth the materials used to make them, because sports games are basically worthless. Yeah, $29 cash for all of this. And they're going to at least sell this game for 10 to 12, that one for 10, and that one for 5. And Mario, they're going to sell that one for 15, tennis. This one roughly around 10, this one probably around 15, this one roughly around 10, that one around 10. Yoshi's Island, they sell this one for 20 up there. Even in this condition, they would sell it for 20. Like I said, they don't consider condition. So basically, what $29 cash equates to for all of this is $1.16 per game. Now, store credit, they offered me 41 bucks, which equates to $1.64 per game. Now, does that sound like a good profit for them? Of course it does, but it screws the customer over. Therefore, you have to be able to say no. I told her, depending on the price offered, I would accept or decline, and I had to decline this offer. Even though these games are not in the greatest of condition, they're still worth more than that. And like I said, they don't consider condition in the pricing of the games. They will sell these games for whatever is in their guide or book or in their computer system. Mario World, they will sell it for 10. F-Zero, roughly around 10, I believe, maybe around 5 or 6, just depends. That one around 7. So, either way, they're making a very good profit off of me. I mean, if I haven't done the calculations for what each one of them is really worth, but at $1.16 per game, regardless of what their actual value is, for 24 games and the Game Genie, which the Game Genie alone is worth roughly around 15, even though it doesn't have the book. So, needless to say, they would make a killing off of me. So, that being said, sometimes you just have to say no. I will use these games possibly for some trading, possibly try to reduce the price and sell them locally. But as I said before, I don't make money off this stuff. I just use any funds I get to further my collection. But yeah, sometimes you have to be able to say no. Anyway, this is just a little example I want to give my viewers, just to let them know sometimes the retro game shops, they can, do some good, and sometimes they essentially try to screw you over just like GameStop. So just keep that in mind, especially with the used games, because used and retro games they are still of value. Just because they're old doesn't mean they're worth basically nothing. Anyway, thank you for watching. Feel free to comment, rate, subscribe. Have a nice day.